Ladies and gentlemen, after a long weekend off, to sit back, relax, and then study the maps, the charts, the winds, the highs, the lows, the ins, the outs of the weather, here he is, Pat Pagano. Good morning, Pat.
Did I hear you say a long weekend? I don't recall it being long at all.
No.
I really don't. I mean, Saturday's a blur. Left here at 1:30 to get to Flemington by 3, and then left there at 7. Got back home at 8:30. So that was the end of Saturday. So it was like it didn't even exist. And then yesterday I had to try to do everything that I wouldn't normally have done on Saturday, and I did yesterday. So, and plus, remember last week I told you about Abbott and Costello? I named last Friday's storm and Tuesday's storm, Abbott and Costello.
Yes.
We're going to change that. The Three Stooges. We had Mo on Friday. We have Larry coming in tonight, into tomorrow, and Curly coming in on Thursday.
Now, I want to speak to you about Thursday's storm.
Well, we'll get to that in a second. We will. But I want to tell you that I'm thinking along the lines that even if it's cold this morning, I know, folks, we'll have sun and cloud cover, 50 degrees today. And the other thing is that even though I'm saying mid-30s tonight, I have a feeling that it'll just be too mild for anything other than plain old rain. And that rain will probably come in closer to midnight. Could there be a little sleet pinging in there with it? Yeah, especially in the higher elevations. The fact is, tomorrow is rainy in the morning. It tapers off in the afternoon, which means Marshall's probably not going to the city. Highs tomorrow will be in the mid-40s, and then we drop into the 20s tomorrow night. Wednesday is a sun and cloud and windy, cold day, 35 to 40, and now there's cold air in. And here comes another coastal storm. This is Curly, and it could be a nor'easter. It's going to come flying up the coast. The earlier it gets here, the more snow we get and sleet. The later it gets here, the less we get, because it'll be more of a mix, wintry mix. So I'm thinking along the lines right now that we'll probably see some snow developing here Thursday afternoon into Thursday night, and it should become mixed and possibly change to rain before it ends on Friday.
Which means I would win the bet.
I was the 19th. When were you?
16th.
Right? You would win the bet. Yep.
Well, watch something to go haywire, and I won't win it.
No, you may win it, but how much you have to get? I forgot.
It's got to be a general. You better look. It's got to be at least an inch, but it has to be a general snowfall. It can't be like an inch.
Right, spotty.
It can't be like an inch above 10,000 feet or 1,000 feet. It's got to be at least an inch every place else. That's the minimum requirement for an inch, but it's got to be widespread. Like
right.
it's got to be like portions of New York, Connecticut, and Massachusetts. And for you, just has to be the middle section of New York. You know what I mean? It's got to be just a general snow. Yeah.
General snow. Okay. Well, you may get that. You may get that. I mean, some of the computer models that I looked at this morning, forecasting, at least a couple of inches. At least a couple of inches.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
Well, I think it's better than cold rain, to be honest with you. I've had it. We've had the last 3 rains now have been temperatures around 40 degrees. Just miserable.
I know. It is miserable.
Even the dogs don't like to go out in it.
Yeah, I know.
Hey,
well,
Pat, the bear's back at my house. The bear came by again the other
Oh,
day.
you're kidding?
No, it's awful late for the bear to be out, but there must be food sources still available, because otherwise he or she would be hibernating. But yeah, you could hear her walking through the leaves.
Really?
Yeah,
but you didn't catch it on the cam?
I got a little clip of it. She was too close to the house, so I just got a little clip of it.
Okay. Well, that's very interesting. I'm quickly looking at. I just wanted to see what the European model printed out for us on Friday. Believe it or not, for Hartford, The European gave Hartford no snow at all on Friday. Gave Hartford just all rain. What did they do for Pittsfield? Let's take a look at that and see if they changed it for Pittsfield. Interesting how it varies. For Pittsfield, 3.7 inches.
All right.
We'll try. How about Poughkeepsie?
Poughkeepsie, 1.2 inches.
That's your guess. Let's see. It didn't come up yet. Come on. A tenth of an inch.
Uh-huh.
So there's a lot to be ironed out with that. So that's why I'm not too worried about it yet. Right. We'll zoom in on that as we go.
But first thing, we have a cold rain coming in tonight into tomorrow.
Right. And then could be a little sleet pinging in with that. And that rain will be out of here tomorrow afternoon. So it will be clearing up tomorrow afternoon, but it'll be too late for you.
And will it be blustery when it clears up again?
It'll be a little breezy, yeah, on the breezy side, yep.
I tell you.
You had snow showers on Saturday? Because I did.
Yes, we did. We had snow showers. Once again, everybody posted it on Facebook, snow.
Right.
Yeah, we had snow.
It didn't snow as we were moving south to Flemington. In fact, it was sunny down there, but windy. And I saw a lot of deer down there. I noticed as the sun was beginning to set, I was looking out their window. It was in a house, the party that we went to. I noticed about 4 or 5 deer right across the street in the park. But this is mating season for them.
It's mating season. Also, there's a lot of the trees and the brush are gone, so you can see them better. They're not hidden by stuff. But yeah, it is mating season. That's why you have to be extra careful when you drive. Because you got a female that runs across the road. My mother always taught me this, and also my driver ed teacher. If you see one, there's two. If you see two, there's three. If you see three, there's four.
Is that true, though?
Yeah, it really is. You always know if you see one, be prepared for another one to come out. Don't just think there's one.
Wow, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Okay, so that was it. So the trip there and back, Marshall, it took me an hour and 15 minutes there.
Yeah, that's about right.
And it took me an hour and 10 minutes home.
Yeah, that's about right.
So it wasn't terrible. Wasn't terrible at all. Wind was, sometimes we had a crosswind. Of course, it was gusty on Saturday, and the party was, subdued. It was nice. Everybody sat around the living room. Everybody was talking, drinking, eating, and stuff like that. So it was, very, very, very low key. She called all of us. The party was a surprise for this one girl. And the way the sister did it is every time the bell rang, she opened the door, more of her friends showed up. So she finally got the gist of it. She was told that she had to go there and decorate for her nephew's party, and they were giving the nephew a party because he just became a CPA. Uh-huh. So she was decorating basically for her own birthday party, and she didn't know that. And she called us stupid, you know what? Yeah. That's what she called us. She says, we're all stupid, starts with an A. And I said, well, thank you very much. A lovely, lovely greeting for coming all the way down here.
Well, that's why
she doesn't like that stuff. She doesn't like, that's why they did it that way. Because had they planned, like just a little, either a surprise party or a regular birthday party, she would have said no to it. She does not like celebrations, and you know what? Neither do I.
Well, you know what? I would have called them stupid A's for asking me to come down and decorate a party because some kid's going to become a CPA. What a boring thing! I'm sorry. What are you going to decorate it with? Pencils and notebooks and calculators.
I would have put a bunch of erasers hanging from the ceiling with numbers all over the place.
I mean, she should have been upset that she was asked to decorate for that.
Yeah, she should have been. I remember when they asked me, my family asked me what I wanted for my 50th birthday party. And they said, we want to take you and 20 of your friends to the Westchester dinner theater. And I said, that's a very nice idea. I said, but first of all, I don't know 20 people that I like that much. That's right. And second of all, I'd rather you give me that money and I'll buy my video camera. And that's what they did.
There you go. There you go.
There you go.
Well, Pat, we've about used up our time.
That's it. We used up our time. This time tomorrow morning, Marshall will be grouchy.
That's right, grouchier. And
Grouchier.
and the only way that I'll be ungrouchy is if you tell me that we're going to get a general snowfall on Thursday, so I win the bet.
Right.
All right.
We'll see what happens.
All right, Pat, I'll speak to you tomorrow.
Bye, Marshall.
Bye. Pat Pagano in the Weather Center this morning with a check on our tri-state forecast here on Robin Hood Radio.